It's all new with less carbs and more negativity.
Get it out. Get it out of me.
Get ready for Nobody Likes Onions.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very Fuzzy Wuzzy. You know what I mean? New Egg McMuffin emote has been submitted to the store. I don't know if it's been approved. You guys tell me. I see the ranch. I see the Gotham. I see the scrimp. Oh, it is. There's the McMuffin. We have McMuffin emote. Look at that, everybody. You asked for it. You got it. You got it. McMuffin emote. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, how's my headache? Let me tell you what happened to me last night. As you guys know, I'm a bit of a... I'm preparing for the day. By the way, members only chat tonight, and in a little bit we will be going members only for the whole show. To view it, to jerk to it, to watch it. All right, you guys are getting a little heavy-handed with the McMuffs. Jesus Christ. Look at that McMuff. That looks like a good McMuff too, huh? That's nice. And you put ranch on it? Ooh. Did karma sock you? Yeah, no, I don't know. I was dehydrated, or I made a mistake yesterday and smoked out of the bong. And that might have been a mistake. Like it inflamed all my... It was a new strain, cherry Coca-Cola, something like that. Anyway, the point is we're going to go members only later completely, so you might as well join now. It's $1.99, you poor. You know you're going to join, and join now. And just as an incentive, I forgot this great bit I'm doing tonight. This is going to be a great bit. If you thought the Tampa Papers were a good bit, this bit I prepared tonight. I got a bit. I've got a bit tonight that's going to make... Ooh! If we reach our goal of 50 memberships tonight, or $100 in super chats, so $100 either way, any combination. If we do that tonight, live on this show, you have my word, I can't back out of this. And gift subscriptions count. You have my word tonight. If that happens on this show, I have right here a brand new pristine Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I will take this Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And by the way, not standard, big cup. Big cup. The big boy. The deep one. The deep dish. The big boy. I have a peanut butter cup. If we get 100, if we reach our goal, I'll eat it. People say you won't do it, you won't eat it. Patrick, aren't you diabetic? Yeah, I could die. We have a nurse here, but anything could happen at any moment. Also, I'm tempting fate tonight for the first time in weeks. I've popped open the Kirkland vodka. So I'm already starting drinking here tonight. So alcohol, Reese's Cups. It's Palooza time over here. And you guys are getting it. He drives a hard bargain. People get it. People are getting the bit. Mr. Ambrose joined up immediately. He heard he'll eat a cup. He'll eat a Reese's Cup. I don't fucking believe it. Boneless Doorknob says should have got the ones with potato chips in them. I don't even know what you're talking about. That sounds wild. $1.99 from Red Fox Man. What do you think of Aaron going back to radio? I think that's the only way to grow in today's entertainment world. Oh my God, Andrea, 5 memberships gifted. That puts us at that. Believe it or not, guys, that puts us at $18 already. We are dangerously close. $82 away from me eating a Reese's peanut butter cup on the guys. Don't think I won't do it. Don't think it wouldn't happen. Don't think I ain't got the guts. Don't think I don't have the stomach for it. Don't think my rag prefix is not strong enough. Papusa's Alla Grande says, I'm a overdose in a minute. And that's $2. You see how this game is played, guys? It's very simple. And by the way, have you had a papusa? Have you had a papusa? It's what we used to call my old Spanish grandmother. Abuela papusa. Ooh, that's a little strong for my liking this early in the evening. Guys, so yeah, my headache. So look, I fully understand I had an alarm set for this morning and I was going to get up and do the old Steel Toe morning crew. I went to bed last night. So people who know this, I'm getting to be quite a smokeman. On the grill. And I'm grilling now. Got to be 3 nights a week. I'm smoking meats. I'm grilling sheets. I'm rubbing feet. Spaghetti Tooth John out of the gate. Boom. $20. Get that insulin pump ready. First of all, I hear the sarcasm in your voice. You won't do it. He won't do it. He will. Kumi got trespassed with the Comedy Cellar. We'll get into that. Hey, Melton, did you hear last night that on Ray's show, Stevie Lou kept saying the N-word over and over and saying Arnold Schwarzenegger as a bit, and then Ray pretended to be black and started rapping NWA? It was wild. If there's a clip of that, it needs to be in my inbox tonight. We will be checking emails. I'll try to remember. But, Bajinga. Okay. So yeah. So last night I was, I don't know why. I'm from Tampa, home of such greats as Chad. Oh, fucking hell. Can I get into it? Down the whole cup? I mean, that seemed, yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to eat. Who eats half of a Reese's cup and then moves on with their life? Does buying a membership get you an entry into a lottery drawing? No, it does not. Beloved chatter, $2 to tell you it's already members only. No. No, it isn't. The chat is members only. The you can watch it without being a member. It's only members only chat right now. The show's wide open. Welcome, Alvin. Welcome, Big in Ohio. Big in Ohio. That's cool. I used to kick it around Pataskala. You know Pataskala? Okay. Anyway, So I don't know why I've been craving Cuban sandwiches really, really badly. Because in Tampa, you can get really good Cuban food. And Tampa's the home of the Cuban sandwich. And you can't find a good Cuban sandwich here. It was so embarrassing. I had a listener come once, and I went out to lunch with them, and there was a new Cuban place I wanted to try. It had great reviews. And we went there, and they served us a Cuban sandwich with ketchup on it. It had ketchup on it. Red Fox mad. Here's my entry into the lottery drawing. There's no lottery.
Everyone keep signing up. Keep super chatting. Keep hitting the like button. Patrick is going to shove a peanut butter cup up his ass and finish it off with a shot of vodka.
Try finding good Cuban pizza. I have a story about that. We can maybe find the article. By the way, there is a new voice on the voice tipping tonight. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. It's Corey Adam, everybody. It's not the best. It's going to improve. So I'm warning you right now. And to activate it, you just type Corey, COREY : and then your comment. Brand new voice. We're gonna get it better though. It's a little off. It's a little too enthusiastic, and he enunciates too well. Are you boofing cups, Patty? Guys, can you fucking focus? I've got a lot of Cuban talk to get to. Publix in Florida. Publix makes a good Cuban. The grocery store. Anyway, if you haven't had a good Cuban sandwich, what you want a good Cuban sandwich is a good Cuban bread. It's got to be Cuban bread. You can use a French roll, a French loaf in a pinch, but it's not the same. And it's hard to get authentic Cuban bread outside of a Cuban community center. And you want Cuban pork. It's got to be this mojo marinated Cuban spiced pork. It's cumin, it's lime, it's citrus, it's peppers, it's herbs and spices, so then you need ham, Swiss cheese, dill pickles, mustard or mayo, pressed hot Cuban. I was at Publix twice today down in Sarasota. You fucking lucky fuck. God, I haven't had a Publix sub in so long, and you really don't miss people who've never lived in Florida and never been to Publix. It's like Wawa, you know what I mean? It's like it's next level stuff. Hit it. I want to rock right now. Melton, I want you to start ingesting raw sauerkraut. The community demands it. I don't even like sauerkraut. Why didn't that Corey win play? Did Moody fuck up, or did Publix twice in a day? Somebody's doing well. So, there's a lot of great places in Ybor City and in Tampa to get good Cuban food. It's debated whether the Cuban sandwich originated in Tampa or Miami. Different versions of it have salami on it as well. Some people think it's, a sin to put mayo on it. I like the mayo, of course. Did you refresh the browser? So I rebooted the whole goddamn computer 10 minutes ago. So I don't know what you're talking about, Dad. Refresh the browser source. Oh God, he's already drunk. Refresh cache of current page. Okay. Now what? Now do it. Can you resend it, Moody, without making him pay again? That's rude. It probably works. Corey just doesn't say anything. Wow, that's a good point. Never really thought about it like that. So anyway, I've been wanting to make Cuban sandwiches at home. So I got some ham and Swiss. I got some bread. I got some pickles. I got pork shoulder. And I bought all the stuff for the marinade. And I marinated the thing for 2 days. Fired up the old smoker. Put that thing on at like 2 p.m. Thursday. Let's see if it works now. Oh, God. We're already at $60, $61. When will I be getting my stickers for the lottery? Enough about the lottery. Now it's just not working at all, and it worked earlier. You're ripping off my people. Guys, blame Moody. I want him to get all the mail for this. This is fucked up, Moody. This is fucked up. Red Fox Matt is being very mean, asking me if I have Easter plans. You know my family's dead. You know my mama and my sweet papa passed on years ago. Even my grandmama, who was like a first mama, dead. You know that my wife spends every other weekend with another man. You know that my uncle's friend's brother-in-law's dad yeah. So anyway, I got a headache last night. So like 9:30, I pulled the pork off the grill and put it in the oven on a timer for 3 hours. And then I had a pounding headache. So I went to bed. At midnight, I woke up because the oven was beeping. The timer was going off. So I go down. I take the pork out of the oven. Oh, no. I didn't even do that. I turned the oven off and just left the pork in there. It was in a Dutch oven, so it's staying hot. My alarm goes off at 2:30 in the morning to get up to do the morning show. And I am still pounding, and I just can't. And I go back to sleep, wake up at 7 a.m., put the pork away, go out today and get myself a little pedicure. The calluses on the bottom of my feet. The lady, you know when they're laughing at you in another language, it's not good. They're being very mean. She said that she literally said that, I'm not even kidding you. And, an Asian lady said this while she was giving me a callus treatment on the bottom of my feet today. She said, winter is coming, because it was snowing so much from her cheese grating the bottom of my feet. She literally made a Game of Thrones joke about the snow of dead skin coming off my feet. I'm not even making. She said winter is coming. Like, where does an Asian even learn that kind of language? You know, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. But it feels so much better. And then I just needed to get bread. So I wanted to get bread for my Cuban sandwiches because I have the pork now. And the pork came out great. I'm awesome. And I go to this place that's like a Cuban bakery on Yelp. And I go in there and they have Cuban sandwiches. I see it immediately on the menu and I'm like, fucking perfect. Like, I'm going to get Cuban bread. This will be great. And I asked them if they'll sell me Cuban bread and they're like, no. And I see it piled up and I'm like, can I just get like 2 loaves of that, $5 a piece, whatever you want to charge me for a loaf of bread? And they're like, no. And I'm like, you make Cuban sandwich. Like, how do these businesses survive? By the way, this place was dead. You know, Like it repels customers. And they can afford to turn down, business like this? Citizen M very upset in the chat. Jesus fucking Christ, why would you talk about this? This is something Steel Toe would share. This is my life. Hey, idiots, I'm not changing the show for you. I'm sorry that you came in here when it was a thing that you liked and now it's turning into something that you don't. I'm not going to watch Steel Toe forever. Get over it, dorks. That being said, we have quite a bit of new Steel Toe stuff tonight. Stick around. Is there an embargo on Cuban bread like cigars? Not really. This is my life. Citizen M, you might want to fucking go have your head checked. For real, for reals. Stop trying to control what everything should be. I expected different topics tonight. Why don't you send me your rundown on what your expectations are before every show, and that way I can dial it in. How could I even begin to do that? A lot of people want to know about how to make a perfect Cuban sandwich. A lot of people have never been to Tampa. And they might go there and they might make a mistake and only hang out around Channel Side. And what I'm telling them is go to Ybor. There's a lot of great Cuban sandwich places 24 hours a day. And then you come in the chat. Why would you talk about this? Now I'm going to extend this segment for at least 38 minutes. We might talk about the nuances of pork. I ate Cuban food in Tampa and it was very good. And that's James. And we know he's wrong about everything, but still I agree. Jersey City, best Cuban food on the East Coast. I don't even know how to begin with that. But there we are. I bet Mr. Onion Brazilian waxes. How dare you? How dare you? Moody, none of these are working. None of these are working. Don't forget, Moody broke your stream elements. Yeah, I mean, for real. He's broken everything. You tell him to add something and it breaks the stuff that was there. And by the way, at the beginning of the show, remember, let's not forget, it was all refreshed and good. Now do I need to change the scene? Hold on a second. Let's do this. Boom, 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 boom. All right, try one now, somebody. Because this is getting depressed. I bet it's the gain. I'm going to fucking scream. Is this funny for you guys?
Te damos gracias por este día que nos has dado y por todas las bendiciones que has derramado sobre nuestras vidas. Te pedimos que nos guíes en todo momento y que nos des la sabiduría para tomar decisiones correctas.
Is he talking about geese? I heard geese. Boneless Cronut says, I bet it's the gain. Again, And I don't get a Brazilian wax. I have a very specific wax schedule. I'll have you know. Can we get it, Corey? Oh, Moody, you have fucked my channel once more. These Arab hackers, am I right? How can some work and some not work? We are spiraling here. And then now Citizen M left. I've made an enemy out of a friend. He was a nice boy. Now he's all gone. Great racket, Patrick. Oh, guys, it's not working. I don't understand. Keep donating. I mean, trying. You dog, you. That's not true. That's not true. I try to make interactive tipping elements here that nobody else has. And pride ourselves when we get a new one. And, Moody is absolutely fucking me right now. I look fucking ridiculous. I look so fucking stupid. Cool Boy's here. He's a nice man. And Citizen M is too. I'm sorry. Can we get into Steel Toe for Citizen M? First of all, Citizen M, I need to know that we're okay. I need you to, in the chat room, put a frog emoji. I don't even know if there is one of those. But if you can't put a frog emoji.
Thank you, David Chandler, for the gifted subs.
Okay. First of all, is that Corey? Did David Chandler gift subs? Moody, does Patrick look like a bitch? Then why are you trying to fuck him like a bitch? First of all, I probably do look like a bitch. I imagine if I was in prison, my asshole would be like the most supple, tender asshole. Too high-pitched. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be Corey, but like I said, it's not right. We've got to feed it more data. The algorithm wants more data. The algorithm needs more data. W-Man $2 says, I hope your hat is feeling better. It is 100% better. Corey with a capitalized C, not lowercase first letter like all others. Hold on, Moody. Is this true?
Hey there. It's your boy Corey Adam here. Welcome to the teaser of my new podcast. Okay, I think that's enough content. Tune in next week for more. This is my content.
This is my content. Let's go, rattlesnakes. You call that a play? Better luck next week. Come on, Jayhawks. Just keep changing. He kept changing colors of shirts. He changed colors of shirts. Holy shit. That is funny. That is funny. What was I talking about? Sorry about that. Corey has a nude comedy show video out. What? What? Is that real? I think he's in his underwear or something, right? Well, I also happen to have in my possession Corey Adams' latest podcast.
In the corner of the room, he stands alone, Corey, with his thoughts and his headphones on, his eyes fixed on a screen, lost in his own zone, invisible to the world, like a forgotten stone. Corey may be in the corner, but he's not alone.
It seems like our poet is back. Look, by the way, I want to know if that's like AI writing those poems or not. Like, is that a real guy like sitting there or girl composing that? Hey, Melton, has Chad made any gay advances in a subtle manner? Now that you mention it. There were nights that we shared that house together that it got cold and there were storms. And, yeah, I'll share one night story with you guys. It was still hurricane season in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I had just driven into town from Las Vegas. I drove because I'd be doing a month's worth of shows out there, and I wanted to have my car. But 2 days on the road had made me weary, and as I helped myself into the house with 2 handfuls of bags, I looked across and saw a friendly face looking back at me. And to my surprise, it was a young man not unlike me, weary of the road and worn from days of travel. He himself had driven 2 days from the other coast, Florida, Tampa, my old stomping grounds.
See, Patrick, the thing to know about me is if you ask me the time, I'll tell you how to build a watch. By the way, can you play the video of the tattooed lady lip syncing in the world?
This one? A young man who is older than you. That ruined the mood, huh? Yeah, Chad used to tickle my asshole on the rec. I'm going to be honest with you. So Chad hooked up with Jay Moore too. Jay Moore had impeccable gaydar. What are y'all even talking about? I rarely am I lost. Already BS, hurricanes can't hit Oklahoma. Fuck, I meant tornadoes. Tornadoes. Guys, I want to give you guys a vote tonight on what we start with. We have 2 courses du jour. Now, I know every other one of your favorite podcasts today has been talking about Anthony Cumia, his obvious racism, his anti-Semitic tirades. I know every other show can't stop talking about Cumia. Leave that for Chad. I've seen the videos. First of all, I defy you to use Xbox Live in any sort of a combat game playing with other players over the internet and not drop a few N-words, okay? So let's pick and choose our battles here, okay? We've all been in traffic or hit by a sniper and you just let a couple N-bombs fly. It's just the way of the world. Black people, white people. It's an understood expletive that, in this, in that, these stupid ends, in that vein. Jesus Christ, Patrick. I know. I'm kidding. Calm down. So, look, is Cumia a psycho race? I don't know what's wrong with him. Honestly, even if you had these feelings, it's insane to say it out loud. Stop messing around with the ends and the Jews. It's like, Jesus. So, yeah, it's very weird. And then the Comedy Cellar thing with Bill Burr. Talking about Bill Burr's wife because she's black and all that stuff, Again, what? Why are you doing that? Even if you feel that way, even if you're like, I can't believe Bill Burr sticks his filthy cock in that thing. Like, why would you say that out loud? Why would you bring that up? And Bill Burr is respected, man. And I know, not name dropping, but I do know Bill Burr a little bit. I've worked with him quite a bit. He used to record his podcast in my house when I lived in LA, his Monday morning podcast. So I know him well. He's been on my show a couple times.
Nick Fuentes, I need you to fix your damn system. My boss needs you to stop placating the N's and the J's. Get off your ass and fix you system. I want to dock with Cumia and bring it to your platform. Let me game. This is my life.
That is what he said. That's what he really said, though. That's wild. And that was, by the way, a rant where, Corey was trying to... Cumia was trying to basically say he want, again, I told you this Cumia network won't be around in a year. It might be less than that. The minute Cumia is gone, just like Brennan was saying today, the minute Cumia is gone, this is over. The minute Cumia goes down to South Carolina, E-Rock's, days of just sitting in the booth eating Fun Dip are done. And I feel bad for anybody who, is trying to do a legit show there. Everyone seems to hate Gino Bisconte. Everyone seems to hate Chrissy Mayer From what I understand, Chrissy Mayer's show, again, is like the only one anyone watches. I don't know if it's a lot of people. I don't know what kind of show it is. I have no idea what the content is. But from what I understand, she at least like gets viewers and like interaction. Not a lot. But I don't get a lot. So I'm not here to throw stones. So somebody in the I'm getting emails like crazy from somebody named Carly saying, I can't join. How do I join? You can't do it on iOS. That's all I know. You got to open it in, or you can do it on iOS, but you got to open it in Safari or Google Chrome. You can't do it in the app. So either do it on your desktop computer, just go to our YouTube channel and there'll be a join button, but it's not there in iOS app from what I understand. Android and desktop work fine. So deal with that, make of that what you will. Any other tips coming in? Patrick at nobodylikesonions.com. I'd love to get your dirt. Okay, we have 2 possible things to go over tonight. I'm going to make a poll in the chat right now. Start a poll. First topic. Do we go over Corey's new podcast? And I mean episode 2 of If It Walks Like a Cock, Quacks Like a Cock, It Smells Like a Cock. Corey's new podcast, or This Gold Mine I've Uncovered for you today. Now, again, everyone's talking about Cumia today. One thing that's been on my list to do for a long time is go back to Steel Toe's interview with Cumia. I do think that'll be interesting to watch. I do think it's worth going back to watch, but we're not going to do that tonight because Cumia is too hot and fresh on the tips of everybody's tongue. You can get your Cumia fill other places this week. There'll be a lot of Cumia news in the coming days, I feel like. Guys, this peanut butter cup is doing great. Sitting here looking scrumptious like a snack, and it's going to get eaten. I know you think I won't. I know. Okay, but we are at $69, and it's going to happen. So instead of bringing you Cumia and Steel Toe tonight, I thought we'd bring you something way more interesting, way more revealing. And I don't think anybody's ever gone over this, but it was sent in by a viewer. You guys uncover some great stuff. And sometimes you just need somebody like me to bring it to the forefront and show it to people. And so this is from 3 months ago. Steel Toe's going around. They're making the rounds. They're trying to get big. And they go on a show. If you haven't seen this guy, we talked about him on Nobody Likes Onions maybe a year or 2 ago. Jesse Lee Peterson. He's this self-hating black guy. He's nuts. I love him. He's crazy. He's really, really nuts and based. And he likes to talk about people's relationships and the dynamics. And Aaron and April call into this show. It's 42 minutes long. They get into their relationship. And, this is another guy's show who asks very pointed, very open, blatant questions. Beta, beta, beta. You guys know Jesse Lee Peterson. Okay. So we have Corey's new podcast, or we have Movie Scrimp Jesse Lee Peterson episode. And again, I haven't watched it. I don't watch things before I show them here typically. Long form things. So we're going to ask you guys right now which one of those things you want to see. I think I already know based on the chat. Vote now. We'll let this go real quick. Can't go wrong with either order. Oh, people do want Corey a little bit. movie in the scrimp, Jesse Lee Peterson episode is winning. I'm excited about that one because, again, when you're having a husband and wife host, like things about the home life and relationship come out, and the dynamic and what they think of each other comes to the forefront, and unintentional stuff, especially when it's on someone else's show. Oof. Oof. Corey's just boring. Trust me, it's gold. I've been exposed to enough Corey for a lifetime. Jesse Lee scrim percent. Okay. We're 70%. Want the Jesse Lee Peterson episode. I agree. I think this is going to be great. Is my overlay working? Perfect. Great. So this is on Jesse Lee Peterson's YouTube channel. If you've never seen Jesse Lee Peterson, you're in for a real treat. This guy is just insane. It's so good. It's so good. You're going to like the way Bob.
You're going to like the way you look.
Isn't that like Bob Levy? RMG, welcome to the Onions. RMG's like a guy I see around all the stuff. Citizen M, right before the Peterson interview, I also prank called Steel Toe. Fuck, I lost it.
I want to hear about betas. Steel toe betas. Bibbity boop boop bop. Bitty bitty bomb bomb boopity bop.
What did he say? I forget what Corey actually said on MLC. Like, bop-a-da bop-a-da bop. Oh, you forget what you said on Melton's thing? Corey, too scared. Corey wouldn't jump through my hoops. Citizen M, right before the Peterson interview, I also prank called Steel Toe, bringing up the homosexual allegations. Welcome, RMG. That puts us at $71 tonight. And we're so close to me eating a peanut butter cup. A lot of other shows wouldn't do it on the air. Eating on the air? What am I, Mubi? Having my significant other? Spaghetti Tooth John's a great idea. We'll do the Jesse Lee Peterson interview with a Corey in the corner at the bottom. Yeah, that'll be great. We'll just bring Corey up. He can sit there. If anything exciting happens, he can chime in. He probably won't. We know. That's not really Corey's vibe. Babbity bobbity bop. Bop bop bop. Okay, let's go. Jesse Lee Peterson. Steel Toe Morning Show. Deep Talk, it's called. And I'm already hard.
All right, folks, welcome back. 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. So we're doing a simulcast here to the callers. Just hold on. I'll get to you in a minute here. I'm doing a simulcast with the Steel Toe.
So, like, the answer to the question, what would happen if you took a homeless guy and put him in a studio and gave him a show?
Morning show. They wanted to interview me, ask me a few things. I'm like, okay, because our shows are on at the same time.
I think this is Diaz Mackey when he gets old.
And so I'm on with Aaron Imholte and his wife, April. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning, Jesse. We're really excited to have you, man. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Look at this picture-in-picture shit they do.
On our show, we're pretty big fans.
Mi nome è Corey Adams e gosto de comer los amendoins durante el pulsante de Melton Searcher.
Some of the most legendary.
That felt like an insult.
Went over your Dr. Phil appearance.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Phil. That was funny.
Yeah. That was hilarious. There's a whole, we're watching these people as you're speaking who have never heard a person speak like this before. Just so blunt and like usually even if someone says the things you do, they say them in a way that are just kind of like, well, I got to make sure that I don't upset too many people. And when you just come out and you're like, well, yeah, I think white people should be having more babies, and watching everybody's eyes just go gigantic.
It's one of the greatest things. So the first question I actually wanted to ask you today was very simple. Where do you get the balls?
God gave them to me. But
There you go.
what happened was about 33 years
Hey,
ago.
Melton, did you hear about the blind skunk? He tried to fuck a piece of shit. Waka waka, bibbity bobbity boo.
Bibbity bobbity bop. The blind. What was it? What was the bit?
God took the spirit of anger away from me, and when He took the spirit of anger, because anger is evil, it's the nature of the devil, and anyone who has anger has fear. And
So now Jesse Lee Peterson's people have had to take Jesse off the screen and just use Steel Toe screen because Steel Toe doesn't know how to do a show where they only send their camera feed to Jesse. They have to show what they're showing to they're idiots. The production knowledge of a retard. So now you're seeing the lag by the time it gets to Jesse's studio and then gets rebroadcast. Like, this is insane.
so I didn't know that was going to happen, but when He took the spirit of anger away, He also took away the children of the devil, like fear and doubt and worry, insecurity and stress and all that. It left me. So inside of me, I have no fear. I love what's right. And I know what's right is what's going to change America and keep it going in the right way. And so we got to overcome anger in order to have the courage to speak the truth.
That's really true. But, you don't ever seem to get too discouraged because you say this is what's going to turn America around. I mean, we were just playing a clip a little bit ago on our show of a woman on TikTok, and I swear to God, she believed it. She goes, well, if you don't want to have relations with a trans person.
أنا أحب الرجال السود عندما يحركون الزبدة في عضلات المستقيم النابضة البلية.
What the fuck? Guys, don't be saying things in other languages that are going to get me in trouble. I don't know what the fuck you're saying, but don't get me banned.
Then that makes you a bigot. It's not like preferring blonde hair. It's not like preferring short people.
Oh, there's another video up here. You're right.
Transphobic.
I think
This
that when
is
we were
so
watching
bad.
I wish Jesse was coming on the show right when we were in the middle of this because I'd be interested to get his take. How do you feel like the country's still going to get saved when you see stuff like that?
Well, I've been saying on my show that I don't
Hold
know.
on, are they Christians? Do they know? Does God know about their canoeing expedition?
Is America has allowed evil, which is anger, to be pushed as good. And most people would say it's okay to be angry. Everybody and their mama are angry. Anger is natural. You need anger to protect yourself. And so anger is...
Sounds like a nasally Muppet. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus, what's wrong? Blow your nose.
Love was being pushed to treat people the way you would like.
Not
to be
even
treated.
3 minutes in, he's already bringing up trannies.
To never judge. Speak up, but don't hate, right? And
Yeah.
since the folks are afraid to speak up, and especially white people,
White people.
anger is being pushed as good. Now, I don't know if America ever will be America again. Now, that doesn't mean that we won't be able to live in this country, those who overcome anger and are born of the Father. You'll be able to live in this world, but you won't be affected by it inwardly because God is with you.
Inwardly. Did you hear that dog whistle?
America, you'd say then as a country may not be attainable anymore, but like saving the idea of it.
This is why he stopped bringing her on interviews. She adds nothing and just sits there scrimping it up. You know?
Look at all my scrampy up.
Is that at one time we were individuals and we
Like, what is she adding to this?
groups. And as a result, you didn't have victims the way you have now. Because
He's a hair lip melting? Jesus Christ. Why doesn't he wipe it off?
and now we're groups. Well, I'm not a
Got
group, but we're
him.
groups, and that's why America's falling apart.
Well, it's crazy that you say that because like you watch like the
I have hair on my lip. You don't see me going, and the problem is.
A volte mi piace bere lo sperma caldo dal buco del culo di Corey Adam dopo che ha mangiato un pasto abbondante a base di cipotle.
I heard culo.
really hard, so then people really want it and its value goes up. I feel the same way with victimhood right now. Like people have put like a value on you being a victim, whereas being a victim before was something you fought. You didn't want to be it. You didn't want people to see you as that. You didn't want them to look down on you.
Right.
But now there's a movement where being a victim now gives you a badge and it scores you points and it makes you free from criticism and stuff like that. It's wild, man.
Well, you do these people do make a lot of money and perceive power off creed.
That's a great joke, Detroit. I thought this lady didn't get reelected in Chicago. Lori Lightfoot coming in hot.
Especially to black folks.
That's a great joke.
So-called civil rights leaders, they work over
Buca de Beppo, Buca de Culo.
believing that they are
Coolio?
that there's such a thing as
Come
white supremacy
along
and
and ride on my fantastic voyage.
You've got to say, I'm a human being, goddammit. My life has value. So I want you to get up now. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
This is my life.
in order to stay rich for themselves.
My domicile doesn't have windows. Nope. I asked when this house was built to order, by the way. Just like a delicious McMuffin, now available in your emotes tray, members.
Trans thing, but I think it's
I asked for no windows because that's.
like, as soon as you point out, like, hey, you know, we've made this amount of.
Keep your great emote ideas coming. I was happy to get everybody the McMuffins. That means a lot to me that you guys care enough to throw sandwiches in my face.
Well, no, the victimhood is actually this, and they like crank up the dial and lower the barrier as to what a victim is,
Keep
and
the
they
next
just get to
person.
keep the thing going. It's you gotta kind of not admire it, but you gotta be kind of impressed that they've been able to keep that machine going.
Yeah, and they have, but I blame the individual because as adults, we're responsible for our lives. We're responsible to overcome. And if you make up for whatever reason a decision that you're going to turn your life over to someone else to lead it, it's your fault that you get what you get. I used to, when I moved to L.A., it didn't happen when I was growing up in Alabama, but I moved to L.A. when I was 18, and I started listening to the so-called civil rights leaders, Jesse Jackson and Louis Farrakhan and all those people. And I fell for the lie that racism existed and it was hard on the black man in America. And my life went to hell in a handbasket. And it wasn't until I started to question things.
Melton's
All right,
house is
so
one giant
if
turret.
white people are holding black people down, why is it that the blacks who are pushing this are doing so well? Louis Farrakhan living behind a gated community, Jesse Jackson and children going to the best schools, getting the best jobs, the NAACP making buku money off the black. I'm like, why are the white people holding them back? And that's when I start to see that we have been lied to. Because
So, like,
I took charge of my own life.
Right, and that individualism thing is really key to that, and I
Yes.
feel like it's a hard sell because a lot of people naturally want to have like a support group, but I mean, if you can kind of be self-sufficient, that support group kind of becomes yourself in a way.
Yes.
So this is
one
like
thing I wanted to ask you about the civil rights thing. Has there ever
like a lot of people want to have a support group. You know, a lot of people like to have like a close knit family and stuff, but you know, not everybody can have that. And it's great to be more self sufficient in a way. Realize this is like, you know, Aaron's parents don't talk to him. April's parents don't really want a lot to do with them. April's ex kind of despises him. So he is kind of like, after his divorce, been forced to become this wolf without a pack kind of a guy. Citizen M says Aaron speaks like everything he says is absolute. He tries to come off like a cool-headed logician while saying the dumbest shit. This is Black Grandpa at the bus stop who drones off 15 seconds into the conversation. That seems pretty mean.
at any time in the civil rights movement in America has there been someone who you would look at and go, okay, that guy wasn't hustling. That guy was trying
That man is trolling steel toe. I don't think he is yet, but I think this gets really personal.
There's not one that comes to mind that was part of the civil rights movement. There's not.
And again, April doesn't talk. April has no real knowledge or opinions. So, like, she just sits there kind of nodding when her husband says something racist or sexist.
For personal gain. And because prior to that,
Clayton Bigsby, great reference. You got it.
did for themselves, they were not, even in Alabama, on the plantation I lived on, they were not blaming the white.
By the way, the Brody Stevens show with NLO where we got him really high, I don't think he had ever done a bong.
White people and bad black people. Because
It's on the rotation over 24/7.
so the blacks worked hard. They bought land. They had family. They didn't rely on anyone. So at this point, I can't think of anyone that meant well toward the blacks.
It's big business now too. Like you were saying, there's so much.
People are saying
money
it's
in it
gone
now.
too slow. Should we skip forward?
You notice this type, but like so much.
The reason is that, as I said earlier, they're supposed to work for the devil because the devil is their power. So they're evil.
Yeah. So I mean,
It's
it
true.
makes it seem a lot less like overwhelming to hear you say like, oh, just do it on an individual level.
Yeah.
I feel like if that message got to more people,
So
they would
simple.
feel a little bit.
Truly, truly born again of God. I'm not and you've overcome. Your heart has been changed. No,
We have had a lot of fun with your discussion with Hassan
Fun?
in the past. When he absolutely just was shocked that you would even ask him about anything about Islam, or because he's not used to that kind of stuff.
Oh, God. They're just.
standing too. And
Anger just being fear.
Yeah.
There's when
judge your fellow man because you would see. You'll be honest. You'll speak up, but you won't judge them because you would see that it's not them. But it's the spirit of evil that made a home in them, and they can't help themselves. So it's not personal.
Changing gears a little bit and making
Here we
it
go.
a little more personal to April and I.
Yes!
We have on our soundboard here on our show, because we do kind of a comedy show. You talked to the Revenge of the Cis guys a while back. It's kind of a show more in
Similar.
that vein. We have a few drops here of you that we absolutely love, and I think my favorite Jesse drop would have to be easily this one. It's my favorite.
April is free to talk until both eyes are black.
All in, and they're ready to make a big.
Illuma Tommy, $2. Thank you, Illuma Tommy.
We had to wonder.
Do you think April's really? Imagine Aaron being violent.
Jesse Lee's coming on the show. He's not going to like that you do a show with your wife. You're going to get a
No.
beta out of Jesse Lee. So I got to ask you, is hosting a show with your wife beta?
Well, let me ask this first, and then I can respond to that. And I want to respond. Are you the head of your wife?
April, I believe.
No,
am I the head of-
don't ask her. I'm asking you.
Ah!
Oh, shit.
Oh God!
All right.
That was bad.
Holy shit! Okay, if we get nothing else out of this, that's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. Holy shit! He goes, April, or he goes, is hosting a show. He goes, so I gotta ask, is hosting a show with your wife beta? And then he's like, it depends. Are you the head of your wife? And he goes, good. I don't know. April, am I the head of? Wow. Asking her, it'd be like me asking my dog if I can make her heal.
Zeratek to Jasalatat, any. Azoros Fairfi Seg Fednek Nevezet Talrol. And is Zeretum any Nulak Kakit, scrimp out my ninjas.
Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Justin Chuck in the chat. Can we watch this at 1.5 speed? Yeah, you can watch it at any speed you want, as long as you do it in the overdose. where this will be available if you don't catch it live and want to watch it back or hear the audio version, delivered to you in an RSS feed. And I know that the Overdose is a week behind. That all changes tomorrow. You have my word. Everything is caught up. I'm a one-man operation here, and it's just been night and day. And if you knew what we were working on behind the scenes for you, and when I say we, just me, that's not true. I do have some people helping me with stuff. The Misery Con, this show has some surprises coming, and you'll see. You'll see. The point is, I can't make reality go faster, and I'm not watching this any faster. I want to catch every little slurp of data that comes. So no. Watch it back in the Overdose at your own leisure. We got to go back. Fucking hell, is that funny? Was that one of the funniest things I've ever seen?
Like, oh, Aaron, watch out. Jesse Lee's coming on the show. He's not going to like that you do a show with your wife. You're going to get a beta out of Jesse Lee. So I got to ask you, is hosting a show with your wife beta?
Well, let me ask this first, and then I can respond to that. And I want to respond. Are you the head of your wife?
April, I believe.
No, don't ask her. Beta.
That was
Oh, shit.
Beta.
All right.
that was
I will say this. The company, yes, I am the CEO of the company that puts on this.
Jesus, he thinks that like the fucking org chart of the business means that he's not a beta.
Show.
I'm not even on the business.
And so are you the head of your wife?
Yes, in that regard.
No, are you the head of your wife?
See? In that yes, in that regard, I gotta be respectful of the I'll
Yes.
And April, do you obey your husband?
Usually.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit. This is, by the way, this is why you don't do a show with your wife. No one's ever going to ask me this publicly. No one is ever going to ask me. By the way, the answer is we make decisions together. And I don't give a fuck if you think that's beta or not. Now, granted, I'm bigger than her and not afraid to smack her around, but she's not afraid to sleep with other men behind my back just to hurt me. So, beta, you decide. I mean, imagine having to do this on a show. Imagine having to do this on a show. Melton, we know you a beta. Good. Then there won't be any confusion about it going forward. I can't imagine doing this on a show.
You obey your husband?
Yes.
Do you obey your husband?
Look how uncomfortable he is. He's leaning back. Oh, hold on 1 second. He's leaning back, Mooby, covering his chest, which is a vulnerability thing.
Yes.
And April, do you obey your husband?
Usually.
Uh-oh.
Do you obey your husband?
Yes.
Do you obey your husband?
I think so.
Oh, shoot.
Do
I
you-
have a little bit of individuality going on here, which I think you'd be okay with, but I think, yes, I have a good...
Patrick is a Sigma faux show. I don't even know what that means. I'm whatever you think I am. Whatever you need me to be, Daddy. I'm starting a new show called Cuck. Fuck the Cuck. If I send in 15, can I get half of the Reese's cup? Yeah, if you come claim it, I'll have it ready.
Role in this house, if that makes sense.
And so,
Hold on.
do
I
you-
have a little bit of individuality. Yes.
Look at him.
and,
Look at this.
April, do you obey your husband?
Usually.
Uh-oh.
Do you obey your husband?
Yes.
Look at this. Imagine making a show where you had to do this, where you had to face this. Imagine describing obey as what you do in a relationship in 2023. Yeah, but that's what's great about it. That's what's great about it. Imagine having to go through this. This is crazy.
Do you obey your husband?
From Cubans to Greeks. Fucking hell. I don't even know what a sigma is.
I think so.
Oh, shoot.
Do
I
you-
have a little bit of individuality going on here, which I think you'd be okay with, but I think, yes, I have a good role in this house. If that.
I have a little bit of individuality here, which I think you'd be okay with. But yes, I have a good role in this house. The role is take care of kids I made with another bitch. I'm never going to have kids with you. Clean up that egg. Go grab some scrimp. Take out the trash. Shovel the driveway. Update the logo. Take the fall for the lottery scam. Did you hear that there are authorities in Minnesota looking into this? Confirmed. Confirmed.
That makes sense.
And so you're not sure if you obey him or not?
I guess, what are the parameters?
You're not sure if you obey him or not. And then she goes, what are the parameters? Again, the whole framing of this is just like insane. I laugh and walk away from this. I'm not doing an interview with a man who needs to know whether I'm a beta or, by the way, to who? Hair Lip Henry over here? Jesus Christ. Are you a beta? It's like, bitch, I don't know if you can walk. A beta? He needs to bring out his woman. I got to see Jesse Lee Peterson's guy. I mean, girl. Sorry. I automatically, subconsciously assumed he was gay.
Jesse's going to yell beta. He's not going to let you go.
Beta!
Yeah, see, he's not going to let you go with these half answers.
Oh, no.
You need to yes or no, and it needs to be confident. You can see him.
He's telling her like how to beat the quiz. You got to say this or he's going to. But I don't do what you say. You don't always have the best ideas. You're not the smartest guy. You cry and shiver at the dentist and I have to hold your hand. Even though you're under the gas.
leaning forward. He's got his BS
I'm trying to
detector.
think-
When I give you a blumpkin, I'm under the gas.
I'm like a hunter-gatherer person. I go out and do the food
He's
stuff.
gonna yell beta.
You know,
Beta!
I gotta go back to her explaining her role.
I guess, what are the parameters on that?
Jesse's gonna yell beta. He's not gonna let you go.
Beta!
He's not gonna let you go with these half answers.
Oh, no.
You need to yes or no, and it needs to be confident. You can see him. He's leaning forward. He's got his BS
I'm trying to think
detector
here.
out.
I'm like a hunter-gatherer person. I go out and do the food
He's
stuff.
gonna yell beta.
You know,
Beta!
yeah.
So let me ask April, when you wake up in the morning sometime or your husband Aaron get home and you're sitting there at the board and he's running the show, he won't let you speak, and you get
She's not even allowed to run the board. What are you talking about? Boards are for betas.
angry, how does he deal with that when he see that you're angry?
Can I tell you something? I don't get angry because I know that it's his show to run, and that's my honest answer.
And how about home life when you're angry at home about nothing? He see that you're irritated. How does he deal with that?
I think usually I get yelled at a little bit.
No,
Whoa. Whoa. And not only does he yell at her, look at his face. Like it's everything a beta would do. He's like, come on. This is 2 months ago. Right before he started growing the beard. Look at this. Look at this guy. Holy shit. Come on.
You're angry at home about nothing. He see that you're
Looking at her. If you go back, this is no cop. No cap. Sorry, I'm very drunk already. Go back to one of the first Steel Toe morning shows that I did, And I said, I get a feeling he keeps looking over at her to see, like, is what he's doing okay? Almost like a soothing, like if he could, he would put his hand on her leg and go like, you're doing great. Everything's okay. And then I recalibrated and said, no, he's clearly a broadcast professional. This is nonverbal communication technique. He's looking at her, giving her the cue. It's your turn to go. My turn to go. Talk. Look back. In hindsight, looking back at this, no, it's exactly what I first thought it was. It's him going, is this okay? Am I okay? Are you okay? Is this okay? That's what it is in hindsight. He really needs assurance that it's going well from her non-verbally. And when he's about to speak with an answer, look, they have to convince this guy that Aaron wears the pants in the relationship, and if she gets out of line, why, I oughta to the moon. And we know that's just simply not the way it is, but we also know Aaron's a narcissist. I imagine he is verbally abusive. I guarantee he's probably not physically abusive, but I imagine he's verbally and psychologically abusive. We know he lets her get injured psychologically and emotionally on the show. We know he would rather let Corey get psychologically and emotionally injured on the show. We know he uses April as a scapegoat. We know he uses Corey, Johnny Crutches, as a scapegoat. You know, he tries to tell his own version of events, how it went down with Corey quitting. We know that's not true from things Corey has said. So it's all cope, it's all cover up, it's all psychological. I think Corey knows that he made a mistake. It's like Corey didn't say that. Corey leaned in, Corey went with the comedy, Corey did what he thought was right, and it was the right move. It always was the right move. So this rewriting history and gaslighting self is a constant theme of this show. And when you have to constantly look over and check on her to make sure what you're saying is okay, she's okay with what you're saying, it's not authentic. If it was authentic, you wouldn't have to check with her to see if this is okay, what's about to be said.
You're sitting there at the board and he's running the show, he won't let you speak, and you get angry.
So that's clearly happened. That's happened. Clearly.
How does he deal with that when he see that you're angry?
Looking at her, what's she going to say about how I deal with it? A confident man knows how he deals with it, knows she knows how he deals with it, but he's not clear what she's going to say right now. She's an unpredictable wild card of a bitch. That's why she's dangerous on this show, and that's why this is a dangerous interview. It's not in their control.
Can I tell you something? I don't get angry because I know that it's his show to run, and that's my honest answer.
And how...
Look at him right there. He's pleased with that answer. He's like, there you go. Pretty alpha. My show. She's subservient. She steps out of the way. She knows daddy runs the show. Give it up. Alpha. Then watch.
About home life, when you're angry at home about nothing. He sees that you're irritated. How does he deal with that?
I think usually I get yelled at a little bit.
No. And now his little Alvin and the Chipmunk front teeth come out because he's having this is a real reaction, how he would act in real life. This is real beta cuckish behavior where he goes, "Oh, I do not yell at you," because he wants to soothe April. However, this reaction is going to elicit more beta judgment from Jesse.
I wouldn't say yelled that.
I don't know if I'm ever angry about nothing.
When she's angry about something, Jesse, I try to pull her out of it. It's not that big of a deal. Although I would say recently I've changed that a little bit and gone to more like, hey, it's okay, it's gonna be all right. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if I'm doing it.
I mean, he's getting softer and softer as this whole thing with April goes on. The more they do a show together, the more tuned into her feelings, emotions, More and more of this has to go on. Oh, wow, we got another membership. Thank you. We are 73. $27 away. Not a bit. This is really going to happen tonight if we hit $100 in memberships, gift memberships, or super chats. I'll eat this whole peanut butter cup. I'm not kidding. A lot of people wouldn't do it. A lot of people wouldn't bring that kind of drama to the air. A lot of people wouldn't bring that kind of danger and risk. You know, a lot of shows, they think swatting is like risky and interesting. No, no, no. A diabetic eating a full-on big cup Reese's live. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Patrick, do the hype train. That's not what we do over here. We don't hype train it up. This is its own thing. This is a one night only opportunity, one goal. We have to hit the goal or it doesn't happen. Read my lips, everybody. Like, this is real. And I know we're only 27 away, but it's scary. And I want you to really read my lips and look in my eyes and understand what I'm saying when I say this. Because a lot of times people think they're hearing the message, but they're not really hearing the message. So I do have to hammer it home. Read my lips. If we don't hit the goal, I'm not going to eat the Reese's peanut butter cup. It's as simple as that. $100 in memberships, $100 in super chats. We do it. We're $27 away. It's not unobtainable, you know. But if we don't hit it, I'm not going to eat it. If we don't hit it, I'm not going to eat it. I'm sorry to get graphic like that and to be so forward. But again, sometimes people don't really hear what I'm saying. And I want you to really think about, it's deep. It's deep what I'm telling you. I won't eat it if you don't give me the dollars. I don't want to talk about it anymore, frankly. I won't ask again.
Or Beta, I'll yield to you.
When you say angry about something, is there one thing in life that you should be angry about? Either one of you?
Ooh.
Me?
Either one of you. Is there one thing?
Uh-oh. Are you going to check your blood sugar live? No. I'll just let you watch me and see if, I die. Keep your toes melting. The cup will gonna go uneven if you pores can't cough up the cash. Now, David Stoner gets what I'm saying. David Stoner, I think, is clued into what I'm saying here. If you don't cough up the dollars, I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it. Day 12 with $1.99. Please go into Diabetic Shop for you. I will. It's simply going to take $23 more. $23 more. Citizen M says if you don't want to talk about it anymore, we're going to need that in Floridian writing of some kind. I'm getting too drunk to eat it, frankly. I don't know if I can even chew that much peanut butter. Patrick, don't want that foot? I don't. I got to be honest with you. Why do I keep hitting that? I got to be honest with you, if I, and by the way, never mind. I'm too drunk now and I'm getting scattered. And I didn't eat dinner tonight because I was out getting a pedicure. Moody can verify this. I sent him a picture of the Asian lady pedicuring my feet. Check your sugar. We need to make those donations happen. Come on, guys. I don't care whether you do or not. We just try to not have advertisers over here, and if we don't hit the goal, then we can't eat the peanut butter cup. Cab, you still eat it on $23. Can you still eat it on $23 credit? Now I find that to be one of the most interesting questions of the day. No, honestly, because the goal was actually 150, and if you get within 50 of the goal, I'll eat the peanut butter cup.
Peanut butter cup and vodka, a sweet and boozy match made in heaven. Indulge in this sinful concoction and feel the buzz from head to steel toe.
No, I'm just saying, the real goal is 150, but we have to back out the YouTube 30%. More water, people are saying. I don't even have a water subscription. We don't get that at my house. I have Diet Coke. I have a Diet Coke 2-liter here that I'm going to open and mix with some more vodka. And but water I don't have. I don't even know where would you even get a liquid like that? Where would you even subscribe to that? I'll drink till I lose my feet. I'll eat peanut butter cups till I lose my feet. Please, and by the way, please don't joke about that. It is real. I do have type 2 diabetes. I'm very sensitive about it. My grandmother died of diabetes. My father died of diabetes. My mother died of diabetes. My dog died of diabetes. My beautician died of diabetes. Most of the locksmiths I've ever known. Stop drinking, man. What's your address? We'll Postmate you. Is this too drunk? Am I too drunk? Do you guys think we should shut it down at this point? Hey, my dog really did die of diabetes. Apologies. That's not. Have you seen the Newlywed Game on YouTube? I'll donate the rest if you play episode 4. Hey, Brad Goulby, I need you to heal. Chill out. A little too into Nobody Likes Onions. Go outside. Geez, I think that's what you call a predisposition. Most of the houseplants I get die of diabetes. Patrick got that sugar. Yeah, it's what got BB King, He actually was the writer of Pour Some Sugar on Me. Not Def Leppard. Common misconception.
In life, because both of you said when she's angry about something, is there one thing in life that can ever happen to you that you should be angry about?
I think the correct way to answer that, because I did grow up a Christian woman, I know that you're not supposed to have anger inside of you. I know you're not supposed to allow that to get to you.
I'm not opposed to.
It can get the best of you sometimes, and I know that's not right. So I guess to answer your question, there's nothing you should be angry about, and I think we all fail at it a lot.
There's nothing you should be angry about ever?
And so... how about you, Aaron? Do you think there's ever a time that you should be angry?
No. There are times where
is there anything in life that happens to you or anyone else that you should ever get angry about?
No, absolutely not. Life is very, very good, and you shouldn't be angry. Anger seems like pettiness.
Remember the leaked DMs from Aaron where he said that during the Corey show he was holding back. He was fuming and he was holding it back. Why would you get angry? Why would you get angry? We need $23 more, guys. Oh, wait, hold on. Did we get... No, $21 more.
In fear when it happens.
It's evil. It's pure evil. So, April, do you want to live a life of no anger?
You guys are like, he won't eat the peanut butter cup. Send him $20. He won't eat it.
Yes. I'd prefer to live without anger.
Do you believe it's possible?
I do if you work hard enough at it. Yes.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Pure evil. So, April, do you want to live a life of no anger?
Yes. I'd prefer to live without anger.
Do you believe it's possible?
I do if you work hard enough at it. Yes.
Moody says, check PayPal, check Cash App, check Venmo, check Stripe.
Are you guys able to? I got to take a quick break. Can you hold on for a minute?
I would love to hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me take a break.
So is Jesse like really on the radio? He's got to take, he's got to take breaks.
We're at the top of the hour. I'm doing a simulcast, and we're going to get to your calls. I know it's the last hour.
More vodka. Here we go.
The Steel Toe Morning Show. Ooh. And so they invited me to be a guest on their show, but our shows are on at the same time, so we decided to do it.
That's a deep
by
pour.
way of do a simulcast here. I have with me Aaron Imholte and his wife, April Imholte. And
this is my wife.
For having me on.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you, Jesse.
Yes.
Not only that, it kind of like my question about hosting a show with my wife kind of turned into the dynamic swung. It then became Jesse's interview and kind of inquisition because I asked if I was beta or not, and I can tell that while I'm always
somebody send me a Jesse Lee Peterson sound drop going beta.
While I'm working on myself and April's working on herself, it sounds like we got some work to do.
That's right. Absolutely. So I want to do that, and then I'll let you ask me. But April, I asked before the...
Jesse's been on the radio for decades? Oh, I had no idea. I really didn't know that. I thought he was like a YouTube guy.
Great. Did you want to overcome the anger?
I haven't drank in weeks. So I am getting fucked tonight. Let's go.
Do you believe that you live on earth in perfect peace?
I think you can with enough effort, and I would like to get there. I know it's a big struggle sometimes.
And why do you think it's a struggle?
I think we are so overstimulated by so many things every day that we allow that stress to
I
creep
just
in,
feel like
and
we're
we don't
all
deal with it
so
healthy anymore, and I think that comes a lot from watching other, like you say, groups deal with things a certain way, and then you feel that if you deal with it in your own way, that's not healthy anymore, or that's not acceptable. And then suddenly when you're not accepted, that breeds more anger, and it's all just a spiral. I think it's very overwhelming sometimes.
So they asked him if there was...
Here, Patrick, I hope this helps you have a fun show. We're all about having fun. Now eat that peanut butter cup, you fat fuck. I hope this ends your life.
What? That was very mean. From Andrea. Oh, did Big Irish Day send it in through... Well, I did say it had to be super chats, but I guess we can count it. You had a headache yesterday. Your blood sugar is off. Maybe you should just rest and come back another time. Sorry for the not funny chat. I'm concerned. And yet you send in $10, which makes me eat the peanut butter cup. You know. By sending this in, you push us, Jay broke the goal, but by sending this in, you push us closer within $11. Within $11.
Steel Toe has a raffle. I think I have to donate first. I think they want some money to heat up the iron on merch. Aaron's key is scamming dweebs. Let me scrimp. Nike tees. Let me send a 5. Super chat. No crosstalk in the chat. Watch total BS.
Okay.
I love your philosophy, Jesse. Would you like to see my Shaka doll? I got it from my aunt's store, Robes and More.
This show is going to be like literally me not talking and you guys like talking to each other with like literally like the AI Seinfeld thing where you guys are just talking to each other with the voices of the AI, building your own show, making people say to each other what they want. If my voice was available on there, you'd all be making me say shit. And Moody can't figure out how to do it. We've tried, every AI voice platform on the planet. None of them can synthesize my voice. None of them can synthesize this guy's voice for the very reason that many of you fucking hate it. Patrick's too emotive. Patrick's up. Patrick's down. It's all too much. He needs to learn to control himself. Spaghetti Tooth John, for God's sakes, I won't be able to sleep until you eat that damn cup. See, I come up with goals that move the people. I come up with goals that get people excited, talking. He won't eat the cup. He won't eat the cup. Jay, let's talk more eating that cup, Fatty McFatterson. Look, again, he's not going to do it. Nice Griff Milton. Now you have to eat it. Okay. This kind of backfired. Peanut butter cups on a donut. That sounds delicious. Pink Box Donuts, if you're in Vegas. It's my family's business. 7 generations. We've owned it forever. Pink Box Donuts. Swing by. And little secret, best espresso in Vegas. A lot of people will tell you Grouchy John's and all this other shit. No. Pink Box Donuts. Locations throughout Vegas. Don't forget the ones in the airport. We also have some at the rest stop in Prim. Melton Motivational Podcast. Get some. I mean, it has to happen now. It has to happen now. But, I got to break the fourth wall and let you know this backfired on me. What this whole thing was a bit and a joke. Hold on. What? Stop. Jay, can I build something up here? You call me fatty and tell me to eat in front of you. It's like, can we have a moment of humanity? Can I build to a theme? Can we have a nice night? This is.
I want you to eat that cup, but I want you to say, Corey, while you eat it. Biddy, bibbity, boop, boo, bo.
What is this? Steel toe? Let's go, you sloth. I'm a sloth now. You called me today and want me to do your podcast, Jay. This is rude. This is rude. Boneless donuts. Fuck the cup. How much for a Costco peanut butter pie? $500. $500. I eat a whole Costco peanut butter pie in front of you on camera. As long as, because $500 is what an ambulance costs. It's expensive. Jay's very upset. Eat that cup. Eat that cup. Eat that cup. What I'm trying to say, first of all, where did boneless donuts come from? This is a new guy, and I'm not sure I'm ready for new guys at this phase of the arc.
Hey, my name's Ty. I have a very special person to introduce today. Please welcome Aaron Imholte from the Steel Toe Boring Show.
We can all call you Stumpy when you lose your legs. Listen. Again, I'm trying to tell you guys about this bit. This was going to be a real fucking poignant bit tonight, and you've all fucked it up. So this was always going to be a members only show. I was trying to do this bit because we don't try to make money on members only shows. Also, goals are gay. So I came up with this idea that we'll do this bit where I'll say, if you guys donate $100, then I'll eat a peanut butter cup. I know you don't think I will, but I will. It's a low stakes bit. It's a low stakes bit of if you give me $100, I have to eat a peanut butter cup. Oh no, a delicious Reese's peanut butter cup. And you were all supposed to see through the grift and go, I figured we'd get $40. I figured we'd get $38. I figured we'd get some new memberships. But I didn't think we'd get to $100 in super chats when we're going to do a members only program. But then you hit it, and now I have to eat the peanut butter cup. But the secret, guys, I was going to eat the peanut butter cup no matter what. You know, I all but told you. I said, look what I'm really saying. Listen to what I'm really saying. If you give me $100, I'll eat a peanut butter cup. But I won't eat it unless you give it to me. Listen to what I'm saying. And you were supposed to go, oh. And then even Spaghetti Tooth Nurse had a comment where she said,
Hey, Ty, sorry to correct you, but it's morning show. You must be trolling around those Reddits. I'm glad to be here today, Ty. I heard about you from Meal Tunny.
And then, you know, Spaghetti Tooth John said, will you eat it on credit if we get within $20 of the goal? That was the clue. These are all clues. Like, I'm going to eat the cup no matter what, if we reach the goal or not. This was an object lesson about steel toe. This was, you weren't supposed to blow past it. Especially not an hour into what I assume is going to be a 7-hour program tonight. Now, Lady Slug says, oh, we knew you'd eat it. Up the bet, eat 10 McMuffins fat. So, really fill out those jows. In Canada, we have 3-packs. None of these lame 2-packs. We have that. We have, I think, 3-packs, 4-packs. The point is, it was supposed to be a funny, Jay says you're the worst. I mean, I'm still going to eat it. You're still going to get, you know.
Come on, ride the train. Hey, ride it. Come on, ride the train. Hey, ride it. Come on, ride the train. Hey, ride it. Come on. It's the choo-choo train. Come on, it's the choo-choo. Come on, it's the choo-choo train.
Is that Chad? I'm still going to eat it. The point is, you're going to have to be a member if you want to see it happen. Because we're going members only, everybody. Hey, want to see the rest of this show? Join the Overdose. This is a members-only show, and you won't believe what happens when I try to wrap my lips around this peanut butter cup. If I sound drunk now, it's because I am. This show is over. 4 hours of me yelling about Corey Adam. So many female listeners calling in. You won't even believe how hot and they all are. That's crazy, and I'll edit that out later. The point is, join the Overdose. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. Get access to all these shows and more. Audio, video, on demand. This is how you get it, okay? And it's how you support the show in the best way possible, okay? You'll also save 15% on all the merch over at NobodyLikesOnions.com/store. Join today. $8 with promo code SCRIMP. That's 20% off at NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. Bye, nerds.